Welcome to ADHD or Life, a couple's perspective. Join us, Adam and Donna, as we navigate the ups and downs of living with ADHD in a relationship. With no holds barred discussions and real life stories, we explore the journey of questioning ADHD and ask, is it ADHD or just life? Welcome to ADHD or Life, a couple's perspective, where we unravel what it's like to live with ADHD within a relationship. And this week we're asking the question, is it ADHD or does everyone just hate me? And we're going to deep dive into Adam's paranoid mind. Hi.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We had a little bit of a break.
We did, yeah.
And now we're back. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I've missed that podcast voice.
Well, I'm back working now, so this voice is definitely going to come back. How have your 4 weeks been? It's been a long 4 weeks.
Yeah, roller coaster.
Yes. We had Christmas and New Year, so talk to me about Christmas first. How was Christmas for you and with your ADHD?
I think it was pretty much as we thought it would be.
Yeah.
There was so much panic leading up to it, and then the actual day itself and everything round about it was amazing. It was really good, so.
We had a nice time, didn't we? Did you win Christmas?
I won Christmas. Yes.
I can confirm you did win Christmas. I think that you worked a lot as well up until the run into Christmas, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of helped with the stress a little bit somehow.
Yeah, because you done everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So I think that helped your ADHD for sure. And then, funny because lots and lots of TikToks have come up of, do you know, like the videos where it's like mum stressing out before Christmas, wrapping all the presents, and then dad on Christmas morning, like that kind of thing. And that's exactly how our Christmas was. Do you think you came across anything like that was bad, good?
It's just everything we spoke about leading up to Christmas with the worry about if everybody was going to be happy and everybody was going to like what they got. But I think everybody was happy, and I was certainly happy, and I think we all done very well, and it was good. There
was a lot of like stupid presents this year, wasn't there, as well? So I think that probably made your Christmas.
Like your McDonald's chips holder that you put in your car.
Yeah. I've not tried it out yet because you went on a diet, so then we've not had McDonald's.
True.
If you're not allowed McDonald's, nobody can have McDonald's. Okay, amazing. So this week we are looking at does everyone hate me, basically? What made you, because you came up with this one, what made you pick this topic?
So the last episode we mentioned RSD.
Yeah.
And you had never heard of it before, which really surprised me. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to deep dive into it and what people experience.
Okay, amazing. I'm going to start off with a little kind of description. What does it mean again? Okay, I'll tell you.
Sensitive dysphoria.
Brilliant. Yes. Yeah, so it's a condition linked to ADHD that causes people to experience intense emotional pain when they feel rejected or fail. RSD is thought to be caused by differences in brain structure that make it difficult to regulate rejection-related emotions. Mm-hmm. Now, I read that when I was doing my little research. And I read that and oh my God, all I thought about was, I laughed a little bit out loud because the whole rejection thing, and I was like, oh my God, and how you deal with rejection.
I think this is one of them that when I first read it, when we looked at the symptoms, I was like, oh my goodness, that's me, that's me.
Yeah. But I've never seen it come up on a symptoms list. Like when you look online and you Google ADHD symptoms, I've not seen RSD come up. That's why I'd never heard of it.
So I done some research this time.
Okay. And, wow. More than just 5 minutes ago.
No, yeah, because it was yesterday. Because this is such a big thing, and from what I can gather, it's not an official symptom.
Okay.
And it is. It's controversial, if you like. Some people say it is a thing, some people say it's not a thing, and some people say it's just connected to the overall emotional dysfunction.
Right, okay.
Which makes sense.
So could you have this and not have ADHD?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe you can, but I also believe that a very high percent. I can't quote anything because
no, of course.
I listened to everything yesterday and don't remember a thing. But I remember the outline.
You got ADHD?
I remember the outline of it where a very high percentage of people with ADHD suffer with it.
Okay.
But it can be a thing without having ADHD.
Right, okay,
which is good for the conversation, because
Absolutely.
is it ADHD or is it just...
Or are you just a bit sensitive? Okay, so let's start with rejection then. Okay, I've got a few other things that fall under that umbrella as well. Okay. But let's start with, I think the main thing is rejection. Am I right? Mm-hmm, from what I've read, the main thing is rejection. Okay, or failure.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me about that then within your world.
So I think it is it's not just rejection, it's the criticism as well. But is that another one of your things?
Yeah, but that's okay, that's okay.
But the thing is, it's not just if it happens, it's the perceived rejection or criticism.
Okay.
Which I think I suffer with more than...
Oh my God, absolutely, yeah.
So it's the imagining what people think, what people are going to say, how you're going to be criticised, how you're going to be rejected, how you're not going to fit. This is going to be like a counselling session.
And as well, I think people will probably think about this and think maybe just mean like, going out into a public space and getting rejected or criticised or whatever. But actually, it's so close to home as well, because it could happen with me and the kids.
Yeah, daily probably it does.
Because you are a people pleaser and you aim to please, and you will sit there at night and you will keep looking at us all, and if not one of us is smiling, that's it, they're not happy. Oh my God, they're not happy. And that's almost like a bit of a rejection feeling for you, because you're trying so hard to make us all happy that if we're not smiling or laughing every single second of the day, no, I'm joking, then you feel that. So I think it's not just about strangers rejecting you or being rejected. No. It's definitely probably worse, closer to home.
It definitely is, because this is, obviously it's every day, and this is all people that mean a lot to me. So I'm constantly watching, constantly worrying, and you're welcome.
I'm used to it now.
But I think that's the fact that you've just said you're used to it. What do you see, first of all?
So I know that if you want to plan something, it's got to be bigger or better. And I think that's because the better you make it, then the less likely it is that we're going to be unhappy about it. Does that make sense? So, for example, we took your son to Blackpool for his birthday. Okay. Right, okay. And we stayed over, amazing. And we his favourite thing to do, obviously, to go to the circus at the Tower. And we did that. But we couldn't just do that. We had to buy a pass that got us into every single attraction within Blackpool. And I think, and that was obviously a brainwave of yours, and we had an amazing time. And I think that's, you go above and beyond to stop that rejection.
Yeah, definitely. It's constant within the family. I could go further with that story, because...
Please do.
No, if you remember, we'd done that, and then the big surprise at the end was the Tower and the circus. Yeah. But we started it at the Tower.
Yeah.
And it was all done in a...
Yeah, we did like a treasure map, didn't we?
And I was so worried that he was going away from the Tower, so I thought he wasn't going to the circus, and it would ruin the whole thing. Yeah. And we were, because he had to wait till the day after as well, didn't he? And he never knew about it. So I'm worried the whole time that, oh no, he thinks he's not going to the circus. You're welcome, Cameron. Anyway, away from that, it's been there my whole life, and this is what I've been thinking about, and I can trace it back to school. This is one that I can trace back
brilliant.
to right back in childhood. Always worried about what people thought, always trying my very hardest to please people because of the fear of being rejected or criticised. Criticised is a big one. I don't take it well, you know.
No. So even little things like you would put a work shirt on and you'd be like, it's too short this. But if I said it to you first, I think that would hurt you more than you actually saying it first. Does that make sense? So talk to me about school. Were you popular in school? Did you have a big group of friends?
No, I've never. No, I had close friends. Yeah, and I think it's always been about being with people that understand me better than anybody else. What I had was a sense of humour that got me through being able to get on with people. And but even with teachers or your schoolwork or whatever, I would always try my very best to to just do the best that I could because of the fear of being criticised. I would try every activity going just to, well, that's part of, I like to get new things on board. It was just all about trying to be the best I could. But I kind of see that as a positive as well. So I've wanted to come around to this at the end, but as I'm talking, I hear trying my best and doing this to
and trying new things.
That's good. Surely
of course it is.
That's got to be good.
But surely it takes the flip side to it is when you try that hard to not get that feeling of rejection or criticism, that it then takes its toll on you.
Yeah, because I think it's masking, isn't it? Which we've never spoke about.
And it's a mind thing, isn't it? It's nothing. Yeah.
And that means at the end of the day, you're exhausted because you've been putting everything into everything all day. And that can be very tiring and it can take a toll on you. And that leads to burnout and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
But then going on forward, it can affect relationships and even friendships, or I believe it's affected my work.
Okay.
And my relationships with people around about me in work. Massively. Like, I remember one of the first jobs I had, right? And I worked in an office.
Okay.
Imagine me in an office. And I was I've never been a confident person, but I was never like really shy. It's a weird one. Extroverted introvert, I think.
1,000,000%. You put you on the stage in front of kids and you're like, there's nothing shy about you. But then meet like in a crowd of people. Yeah.
So I would go into this office and I was probably 16, 17. And if anybody spoke to me, I would blush and I would go bright red. And this was at any point of the day. And if they asked me to do something, if they told me, and that is the first time that I think I experienced actual criticism because I wasn't very good at it.
Yeah.
So they're like that, maybe I had to go faster. But anytime anybody spoke to me, I was so embarrassed and I was so scared. And it's the feeling, it's a physical feeling, the whole...
Just want to like curl into yourself. Yeah.
I've always described it as a cringe factor, which comes into... That's just always what I called it. And you feel it, you can feel your whole body going like that. And so that was the first time I remember it. And I remember just constant fear and constant embarrassment. And it just kind of followed me. So there's always been that feeling of rejection, so you don't quite fit in.
Yeah.
And when, obviously now I do what I do and I'm a kids entertainer, but which I absolutely love. But I think it's held me back there as well because of, that there's other people, there's other kids entertainers even that I would love to talk to and get involved with to progress what I do. But I can't because I'm scared of that criticism. I'm scared of the rejection. I think nobody likes me. I think,
But even little things like, obviously you do quizzes as well. And there was a time when you wanted to go in and, go to wedding fairs, for example. Let's do that one. And take the quiz to weddings, which you've done quizzes at weddings and it's been amazing. And so wouldn't it be amazing? You've had these ideas to go to a wedding fair. No, I think that's brilliant to go to a wedding fair and promote the quiz. But I think what stops you is the whole rejection thing. What if you get no one coming up to the table? Yeah. What if nobody takes a leaflet? What if... And it's almost like you're too scared to take that next step.
It's fear. It's constant. I've never, ever been able to sell myself. And that's affected everything.
Yeah.
Because I like to think I'm quite good at what I do. I've never...
You are brilliant.
Good fear. I think that's what I was looking for. No, I've good feedback and everything, but I could never tell anybody that. I could never ever sell myself. And it's just, it's because of the fear.
But you come off stage sometime. Off stage, oh my God.
Yes, darling.
You finish a party and you'd be like, I won't believe that. But I know that you've probably spent half your time looking around at all the people that are there, watching their faces.
Not half.
All of it.
No, 100% of the time. That is what I'm doing. That is my job.
You're not watching the kids, you're watching the adults, aren't you?
Both, because, and this is where I think it's a good thing, because I think it's made me good at what I do because I'm constantly watching.
Yeah.
And if I see, whether it be the adults or the kids, if I can see people aren't enjoying it, or there's something that doesn't look quite right, I change it, and I change it immediately, and move on to the next thing, so that they're enjoying it and getting the maximum they can. That's a good thing.
Absolutely, good thing. Yeah, of course. And it's good for you because it means you've got the ability to do that as well, like to just flip it on its head and change it.
But the negative side of it is, I remember going way back, I remember thinking that, so let's take pubs for example.
Okay.
Obviously I work a lot in pubs, so you go into a pub and you think, he doesn't like me. No, they don't like me. They've never liked me. No, honestly, it's crazy talk. But what I used to do is I would self-medicate by drinking.
Okay, yeah.
So
like a drink?
So you've now got this situation where you're scared of rejection. You want everybody to like you. And you add alcohol to the situation.
Okay.
No, that's not good.
What did the alcohol make you do?
Well, it gave me a false confidence.
Yeah.
Which was too much. And then what I remember at least 2 occasions being drunk and saying to people, you don't like me.
Oh my gosh.
You've never liked me. Oh my goodness. And
I'd be like, you're right, I don't right now. Oh my God.
It's horrible. So you've got that low self-esteem and you add alcohol into that and then it just makes everything so
too much. Yeah.
Then you wake up in the morning, then that is painful. That's, oh my goodness.
Do people say, yeah, they don't like you?
I don't even remember.
I bet you blocked out your mind, didn't you?
But it's just you're constantly watching what other people, and it can be a slight change of face. I don't know if we've spoken about it in the podcast before, but you know that if you walk into the house some nights and I'll be sitting, I'm sorry, keep me up.
I've just heard someone else yawn and that's made
me. You can walk into the house and if you don't look really happy, I'm like, oh well, she doesn't love me anymore and it's over, and that was good.
It's like, it's not been a lot, but like it's definitely like, it's something I've had to think about. Like I sit in the car and be like, right, face on. No, we're joking.
Well, that's no way to live.
No, but like I through a lot of situations, I think I have to I wouldn't say put your feelings first, but that definitely plays on my mind. Like, right, okay, if a certain scenario, right, okay, how's that going to affect me and Adam? How's that going to affect Adam? And I think that's took a lot of getting used to for me. I don't mean that in a bad thing, like whatsoever. All I want to do is make you happy. No. But like, I know that like, if I know what to say that would tip you to the other side, if that makes sense, from good to just bad, even if you're like.
So when you're talking about this, it sounds horrible. It sounds like you've got to think.
But that's not what. But that's not what I mean. I don't sit there and like get scared in my relationship that oh my God, I'm going to upset soon. That's not what I mean. But I've definitely had to. Like there are certain things that I probably wouldn't take the mick out of you for because I know that it wouldn't go down well, if that makes sense. I have tried every now and again, but yeah, and then I feel guilty afterwards. No, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I think that's how probably I've had to change going forward. And I don't mean that in a bad way whatsoever.
No, totally. You're trying to.
I feel bad right now.
You don't. This is what this is all about.
I know.
The podcast was a massive challenge for RSD. And is every week.
It surprised me that you're still doing it.
Yeah. Me too. And then obviously you've got what they wear. People are going to be judging. Nobody cares what I'm wearing.
No.
What about the sound of my voice? Nobody cares about the sound of my voice.
We have had a comment once, it was one of our friends to be fair, who said like, oh, I like Adam's top this week.
I'm doing all right.
Never said it about mine and she's supposed to be my friend.
But that comes into every day is we've spoke about the clothes before, but that's about rejection because it's about being criticised about what you look like. Yeah,
so you've got about 1,500 pairs of blue shorts, right, that you wear every day for work. Winter, summer, spring, you've got shorts on. and you will hold a pair of shorts in front of you. No, can't wear them, they're ruined. And then you hold another pair of shorts up and they look exactly the same. And I know that the first pair you think you're going to go out and people are going to sit there and go, ew, look at his shorts. But no one cares. No one cares.
So I think that takes us on to like what you can do about it. So I've heard about what's the word? I'm all over the place this morning.
Management of it.
Yeah, management and what you can do to help it. Yeah. But no.
Can we come back to that? So what do you think then? So I don't like criticism. Okay. So I don't like if I can't think of an example, but anyway, I don't like criticism and I don't like, obviously, rejection. So there are times when I want to suggest something to you, but I'm scared of the rejection. Okay. What makes it different for you than it does for me?
It's sore.
So is that where we get the level thing then? Again, but, for me, I'll get over it in like 10 minutes time.
So what would happen? You're back at work now, right? Yeah. And you're working tomorrow.
I am.
What happens if you get an email today at 11:30 and it's your boss saying, hi Donna, can you pop into the office tomorrow for a chat?
Oh my God, I'd be shitting myself till I went in tomorrow morning. Sorry, I did my French. I'd be scared till I went in tomorrow morning.
Yeah, but would it take over your full day and your full life, and would it be sore?
I imagine what would happen is I'd have spurts of thinking about it. I'd forget about it for a bit, then I'd think about it again, then I'd forget about it.
So that would consume me. That would be... It would come right over me. I can feel it for you. I can't believe you're getting sacked tomorrow and you're just back. But
I hope not.
But it would just go, and it would be the dread and the fear and the like.
Okay.
I feel like this must be good fun if you're listening to it because you need to be able to see the face. It's the no.
There's a picture right there using the thumbnail. Yeah.
But it's just all consuming, and that is all I would think about.
Okay.
And I would do everything I could to try and, I don't know, try and find out what I would be asking everybody in the whole, your example of school, I would be asking every pupils if I'd done something wrong. I'd be standing outside the school.
Getting on TikTok finding kids, like, guys.
What, anybody heard anything? And it would just consume me, and it's that dread. And I think you automatically think, like, it's like if the phone goes, and if the phone goes for me at any time, which is really handy because I run a business, I think, oh my goodness, something terrible's happened. What is that?
8 times out of 10, it's just someone inquiring about a party. Yeah. Okay, so I think we've discovered that it's a level thing in the fact that for me, rejection and criticism, I probably take it on the chin and like it would make me feel bad for about half an hour. And then I'd move on.
So I think I've been doing parties about, say 13 years or something. I don't know exactly, but maybe 12, 13 years.
More even. Like, we've been together for,
When I first started doing parties, and this was before I'd done magic in them or anything, I'd done a party and the man came up to me, the dad at the end of the party, and he said, it was good, but...
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine? He says, it was good, but you never kept her attention as much as and named another entertainer.
Shut
who done magic shows and stuff, right? I don't think there's a day goes by 13 years later where I don't think about that man coming up to me.
You've never told me that before. No.
I remember where I was. I remember how I was starting. I remember, and can you imagine? It just, wow. So automatically I'm thinking, well, that's me finished. That was good.
Yeah.
I'm never doing that again.
Done.
And it was horrific. I knew it was all right. It was a legitimate criticism. It was what I was doing at the time. It wasn't good enough. It was.
So did you feel it? Like, as in, like, you knew after he'd said it, did you think, come on, God, he's right?
I think now I can look back.
14 years later.
Yeah, but it was true. I never had their attention as much as I could have. I was very new. I just started. And, and it was very acceptable that he had said that, and that it was all right.
What did you say to him?
He wasn't complaining. I don't even know what I says at the time. I don't imagine I says much. I think I might have passed out.
Yeah.
Definitely blacked out. I must have been so drunk that night.
Definitely. You just drank your way through it.
But it that sticks with me.
Yeah.
That is something that, and genuinely I think about that a lot, and that still goes through my head at parties. So if kids are...
If they're not giving you attention.
Yeah, then that is what keeps me going.
Yeah.
But again, I'm saying it and all I'm hearing is positives because it's made me quite good at it.
Well, so it's spurred you on.
So is RSD actually a good thing?
I think it depends how you look at it.
Really not.
Oh no, but on that sense though, surely it's encouraged you to try harder.
So it's got to be highs and lows, hasn't it?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I put that much effort into making sure that it's good.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine then if I got a bad review.
Oh.
Can
I think you'd be bedridden for weeks.
I genuinely think I would. I'm not even joking. I think I would be straight to bed.
Yeah.
And
nice. Under RSD then, we've touched on criticism, so sensitivity to criticism. You'd be hypersensitive to criticism, disapproval and rejection. So we've just spoke about that. Shame comes under it as well. So people with ADHD may feel shame from repeatedly failing to meet expectations. They may view themselves as flawed and different from other people. Mm-hmm.
Tick.
Do you think you get you feel shame a lot?
Not so much now. I live an honest programme now.
You do? You do.
Which has obviously made a massive difference to my life. Genuinely being in recovery, it changes the way you live and everything's got to be honest, which takes away shame, I think. Mm-hmm. But maybe 7 or 8 years ago, there was a lot of shame always because you were, I don't really know how to... Shame's I never expected that one.
Sorry. Threw me at you. Do you see yourself different from other people?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, all the time. I always have. Not in a good way either. It's not in a I'm better than everybody. It's,
no. More like why can't you be like other people?
Yeah. Why can't I be as good as other people? Mm-hmm. Why can't I be better? Basically,
just be better at it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying about fitting in and stuff. You don't ever really feel as if you fit in properly. But what I want to go back to is how this impacts a relationship.
Okay, I've got one more point and then we'll talk about it. Okay. So disruptive experiences. Okay. So go on.
Nope.
People with ADHD may experience disruptions in their lives that are not experienced by neurotypicals. This can lead to others perceiving them as odd, demanding or high maintenance. Okay. So I told you this one before.
Yeah.
And I laughed at high maintenance. And you were like, oh, you call me high maintenance? And I don't think of high maintenance as like, oh, you do your beard and you do your hair. And they said then, but you don't have any hair. Shave your head. Or you put your moisturiser on. But for my high maintenance to me is, with you, is the help that you get from the family. Like, even just the things like leave the house and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I think that's maybe where the high maintenance comes in for you.
No, I don't know what you mean. I'm a strong, independent individual.
Woman. And like disruptive experiences, and maybe like for me, I think with you, the disruption comes in the form of the forgetfulness or the time management.
Yeah,
I think.
Mm-hmm. But I don't understand how that corresponds to RSD.
So I'm just reading what it says online with the disruptive experiences.
Are we going to fight on pod? Is this our first on pod fight?
Oh, I don't want to fight. Because I'll win. So surely if you, for example, if you were late to something, surely that then falls under...
Well played.
Thank you. Knew I'd win.
That is... Wow, that's... You're worried about being late. You're scared of being rejected and criticised.
So you run out... Oh my God, it's like a light bulb moment.
Mind blown.
So you run out the house at 7:15, knowing that you're going to be late. You're not going to be late for the quiz, but by your time management, you're going to be late. But then that's going to judge you from other people.
And I'm worried about everybody not liking me. And wow, RSD.
So it all fits in together. It's almost like a vicious circle, isn't it?
It really is. Mind blown. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
I take back that attitude.
Cut that out of the pod. Okay, so you want to talk about it within our relationship?
Yes. I think that's what...
This is what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you're very understanding. And I think that... There's the thumbnail.
I think I have a lot of patience.
You're definitely. But I think that makes a massive difference as well. Every video that I watched yesterday, my research day, was all about talking to your partner and explaining stuff, which I know I've learned a lot recently to do. And I think that makes a difference in us.
I think communication is definitely key.
Yeah. But I would say there's times where we don't communicate.
Absolutely. So I'm less likely to talk about my emotions if it involves me and you than you are. Don't get me wrong, I'm very emotional, but
country music in the car on the way.
I don't know here. But when it comes to me and you, I think I'm less likely to. And do you know what that is? Fear of rejection and you leaving me.
You've got ADHD.
I might have RSD without the ADHD.
But I think there's also times where it bounces off of us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you, I need to show you something.
Okay.
So I took some screenshots.
Okay.
To read out.
Can I just, while you're looking for that, can I just add? I think it takes. I say somebody with ADHD, but like I think they've got to be matched with the right person.
100%, yeah.
And you've got to find that person that's probably going to be quite relaxed and laid back about things. And
are you trying to get me to say you're the one? What are you looking for? Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean. I think that's important. I think that you somebody with ADHD can't just be with anybody. I think they've got to match with somebody who can absolutely be the patient, like have patience of a saint. I think.
But we never knew about this ADHD when we got together. So
no.
We just
a perfect
lunatic.
match.
Yeah. You're saying perfect match and I'm saying lunatic. Right, the screenshots.
Okay, yeah, go on.
So the definition I got was...
For RSD, is this?
RSD
okay, yeah.
is an intense emotional reaction to perceived rejection or criticism, causing significant distress for individuals with ADHD. It is a symptom that impacts them most, making small moments feel overwhelmingly difficult.
Okay.
So this is what I'm saying. I can feel this more than I can explain it.
Okay.
I wish you could feel the
curling.
Yeah. It's the cringe, it's the pain, it's the ooh.
Yeah.
So then it was what triggers somebody's RSD.
Okay.
And I'm doing this because I imagine this will set you off. When someone doesn't match my energy.
So basically, when you're low, I've got to be low. When you're high, I've got to be high.
So it says, if I'm excited and the other person isn't, my brain immediately assumes that they're not interested or annoyed. Even if it's not true, it feels like rejection. You're off.
That is our relationship. So if you're excited about something and I don't share that same level of excitement, that's it. It's gone. Like it's like you hate it and you hate everything in the world and you hate me. That's where your brain goes. And sometimes I find it hard to match that.
I bet.
Because well, take the pod, like that's a very good example at the beginning. And we've spoke about this before, whereas like I was planning a first birthday party. The pod was at the back of my mind for the time being, and you were like pod. And, do you not want to do the pod then? And you're not excited about the pod, and I'm like, oh my god, give me a minute.
And then every time we've left recording,
if I don't skip, hop, and jump, and be like, woo, best pod ever. And I've enjoyed every time we've done a pod, but if I don't say the right things when we walk out, it's true though, isn't it? You've set me off now, that's it.
So that must be draining for you.
Oh, absolutely.
So how do you deal with that? What's your coping mechanisms to deal with that level of insecurity, let's face it?
I feel like I just let it pass. I don't know. I just feel like maybe I roll my eyes.
That'll do me wonders.
I know, yeah. So I think I've got better at not matching. Well, I struggle sometimes. When you feel low, it makes me go in a bad mood as well. But I try really hard to not let that happen, because I know that if I stay positive, which I think I'm a very positive person anyway, then it will lift you up eventually. If there is a time where you say we walk out of here, and if I wasn't as buzzing as you were about the pod, I try so hard to kind of match it. And I'm not lying, but I mean, I'm not lying when we go out and I try and match it. But I think instinctively I know that I've got to.
So you must have to think about your face.
Oh my God.
That must be a big part of your day.
I would rather you tell me what you thought first so I know where I've got to go. Does that make sense? It's very complicated being with somebody with ADHD. You've got to match all the pieces together.
But it's weird because we can sit and talk like this, but it won't change.
No.
That's not something it's not something I control. It's not something that I do I don't mean that. It's not.
I think it just comes instinctively, doesn't it? It's just the way you think.
I can think of so many days out or places we've been, and I just see it can be a flicker in your eye. Maybe you blinked, or maybe you got a bit tired or something. That's it. Whoa! Why do you hate this so much? Why is this the worst day you've ever had? Well, we're all going home. Let's go. But what started me there, what made me think about it, was that sometimes I can catch your face doing something. So I'll be in a bad mood thinking she hates my guts, she's got to leave me, and she's never liked me, and I'm probably stinking.
Always.
And then you'll see my face and you'll be like, oh.
I think we've lost it then. I think, that's it now, the day's ruined. Because you've gone down. So I'm just like, oh my God, it's going to take all my energy to get this back up. And it's draining. Very draining. But I must like it on some level because I'm still here. I must like you on some level.
So the stuff I was listening to yesterday, it was about the communication and everything, and about how you've got, but that's hard work, isn't it? And then it's, obviously we're not big for arguments or whatever, but
no.
That can bring the house down for an evening.
Oh, an evening? Sometimes they go on for days. No, I'm joking. No, but it does. It kind of. So, for example, we've got the baby, and on a Monday he goes to nursery. So if he comes home from nursery and he's tired, and he goes for a nap at 7, but then gets up at 8 and thinks, "Whoo, playtime!" I know that puts you in a bad mood then. But then I go in a bad mood because you're in a bad mood, because I know that you're in a bad mood because the baby's up, and that was not how your night was planned. It's just a vicious circle, and I find it hard to deal with. So
is this where we go separate ways?
At least let me get me 5 minute more now first.
So the outcomes of management talking.
Okay, yeah. So here it says some ways to manage RSD include medication, trauma-focused therapies, it's a bit wild, and coping strategies. So have you got any coping strategies?
I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's the breathing thing.
Okay.
It's the taking time out. And
yeah.
I was listening to it yesterday and heard them say stop, and you stop, you take a breath, you hang back. But let's face it, I've already seen your face change. I'm already sore and I'm already feeling it. So I'm not going to think...
Face change just then?
No, I mean in general when this is happening.
But does that mean you need to take a breath? You need to take a breath and think, right, okay, what about if you thought about, okay, let me ask you, what's...
Oh, I do. What's up with you?
Oh, what about if you think, oh, it could mean this, but it also could mean that? Like, what if you thought about... what the face might mean.
That came up yesterday as well. What if it's actually nothing to do with what's going on? What if,
it's probably not.
What if you're hungry?
Yeah, that's more like it.
What if you're tired? What if you've...
Again, more like it. But I think 9 times out of 10, you watch my face change, but it's nothing to do with...
No.
With what's going on. It'll be that the fact that, oh my God, I'm so tired. Or, oh, I'm hungry. Like, do you know what I mean?
So what I thought about was, I remember doing CBD. No, that's it.
My face changed now.
It's not CBD. What's the... CBT.
Right.
CBT, the therapy.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. And I remember being told that you've got to work out what is real life and what's in your head. Your mind.
Yeah.
So it was to deal with anxiety.
Okay.
And the idea was, you thought, right, what are you anxious about? Let's put, this is what it is. But what have you made up in your head that is...
Okay.
So separate the fact from what's in your head, basically.
Can you do that in your head? Would you have to write it down?
No, I can do it in my head, but it's that in the moment thing, isn't it? So it's all right saying that, and I can come back and write my wee book. That was real and that was made up. By that time, a bombs went off round about me and everybody's crying.
I've left the kids with you.
But I think that's what you need to think about. So I know, in theory,
what to do. It's just, it's easier said than done to put it into practice.
Yeah, impacting. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wow, that's RSD in a nutshell. I think you could go on and on about it forever, honestly, couldn't you?
I had visions today of going school, work. This is what I tried at the beginning. School, work, blah, 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 in a life cycle.
Oh, sorry.
No, but it was me. You just start rambling. I start rambling about, because it just takes over you. Go on. And
plus it's about us, not you. I'm joking. Okay, brilliant. Ready to leave it there?
Yeah.
Move on to the next segment?
I think this might have like 5 parts.
What, the 5 minute moan?
No, the
RSD,
thing.
RSD part 1.
I think we should make this every 6 months.
We'll revisit it. Okay, now it's time to move on to a 5 minute moan.
Still there, 2025, and it's still there.
Me first or you first?
You can go first.
Okay, so I struggled to think of a 5 minute moan.
You're welcome.
I think life's been great recently, so yeah. But I found one. I think it's one that I've stored in my phone actually to bring up one time. So my 5 minute moan is the car seat.
Go on.
Okay, so we have a car seat, an Isofix that fixes in the car. In my car,
yes.
And the car seat fixes into it. Yes, so it's easy to put into the car. Yeah, you've always had that because you had my car first, and you've always had that Isofix. But we've recently been using your car a lot, and you've had to take the car seat out without the Isofix. But you never strap it in because, Donna, come and strap this in. Now, our son is now 16 months old, and you still don't know how to strap that car seat in.
No.
Do you know how frustrating that is?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I have an admission to make.
No, I know what it is. Now it's a challenge to never learn how to do it. But
we were going to do, remember in the last one we discussed doing, we listen, but we don't judge. Right?
Yeah.
And we never got round to doing it. But I did do a list on my phone of the things that we listen, but we don't judge.
Okay.
And one of those things was that that not knowing how to do the car seat, the strap, has became a challenge that I refuse to strap it in even once, see how long I can get away with it. And so far I'm winning 16 months now.
What is worrying is that you had that car seat in the car the other week and didn't know how to strap it in.
But you're always there to strap it in.
No, there was one time when I wasn't there. We won't talk about that.
I did strap it in.
Okay.
But you weren't there, so it doesn't count. So I'm still winning.
It's really frustrating.
I know how to strap the car seat in.
Just won't do it. Son, you're going to have the ride of your life. Well, that's my 5 minute moan because it's really annoying that you've got to rely on me to strap the car seat in.
Okay.
When you're a strong, independent woman.
I quite like the game that we play. And no, I enjoy it. It's good.
So basically it's never going to change?
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay.
16 months now.
Okay.
My turn. Mine changed this morning.
Is it because I cried?
No, that's you do you when you get your country music on and I'm sleeping in the car on the way here. It's a big one, this. It is. It's a big one, and I think it might hurt you deep, especially with your RSD and how you don't take criticism very well. It's got it's bad.
Is it my driving?
No.
It's even worse.
It's worse. It's
not panto. Come on.
It's entertainment value. It's a mum coat. It's that jacket, man. Oh. Put it in the fire.
You bought me that?
I know, and I regret it every day of my life. Why do you hate my mum coat? Oh, come on.
Keeps me warm.
No, there must be other options.
No, it's a big quilt and I like it.
Be cold. I put my sleeves down today and you says it gave you the ick. What about that jacket?
Is it because it needs washed?
No, you says that. And
it's because it gets trapped in the car door. That's why when I get in.
About it. I think I would rather you walked about with a double quilt, or you.
So I think I hear you, but I think you're jealous. I think because you've not got a coat to put on.
Well, I think your walk's changed since you started wearing it.
Mum boss. All those mums with their mum coats.
If you put the bag on two shoulders and all when you're wearing it, oh, come on. We get it. You've got a baby. You're a mum now. Come on.
How would you feel if I got a gilet mum coat?
Would you still walk like the mum walk? I don't know how we would need to try the gilet thing, but no, we're good. Can we put that in the fire? It's nearly spring.
When you learn to put the car seat in, I'll get rid of the mum coat.
Well,
16 mil. I love my mum coat and it's staying.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. I love it too.
But nice to know that you hate it so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
So when we were walking this morning, just take one look at me and be like, there's my 5 minute moment.
No, honestly, no.
Was it when it hit you in the car or?
No.
What was it? Tell me which bit it was. Come on.
It was when you came into the party yesterday. Oh no, that mum got to go.
Oh, it's because it was a posh party as well, wasn't it? Okay, so to finish off then, the last segment we have our good, bad and ugly, where we get you to send in emails to us about the good, bad and ugly of living with ADHD. You can send them to adhdorlife@gmail.com. Let's think about that then. It's been a while since I've said it. So I've got 2 messages that relate to RSD, which is brilliant, that we've had. Okay. And they proper made me laugh actually, so it was really good. So this first one says, I recently had a bad back flare up, and one night they were in bed with their partner and they asked their partner to move up as they were taking up most of the bed. They moved over and then said, I can sleep on the couch if you want me to, babe. And their brain immediately translated it to, I can sleep on the couch since you obviously don't want to share in the same bed. This person was like, my partner was just offering to let me have more space to spread out since my body hurts. I'm an idiot. So do you, like, if I say something to you, do you then twist it in your head that it says something else?
You know what?
Yeah. That happens big time, doesn't it? I love the fact that, can you just move over? Yeah, sure, sorry, I can go sit on the couch if you want. Oh my God, she wants to leave me. This one, I find it funny, but then it really, it made me feel really sad inside actually. So, they get really discouraged in their group of friends when they all joke around. They know they care. It sounds like me at first because I'm always the brunt of the jokes, aren't I?
Aww.
I know they care, but sometimes it's hard for them to get it straight in their head with all the constant ribbing. The other day, someone called them monotone when they were in the middle of a story and they lost the desire to speak for hours. How, like, have you ever had that where you...
I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe not that specifically, but yeah, any criticism, and especially if you're in that situation and somebody says it to you on the spot, then that would...
But if they were your friends and they were joking, would you take it as a joke, or would you be like, that's me never speaking ever again?
I would take it as a joke to your face.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Then go home and cry in the shower.
Yeah. Sat in the corner, the cubicle. It made me feel a little bit sad because I think you don't realise that, like, the joking that you have with your friends and stuff, but one wrong line to somebody who is very sensitive like yourself can really affect them, and you don't realise. And I'm not getting all woke and saying, oh, don't call each other. But
that's a difficult conversation because...
Of course it is.
I obviously... I take the mick out of people. That's like, it's my thing. So you take that away.
Yeah.
But we've always said I can give it a caretaker.
Oh my God. I say it all the time to you, don't I? And that is probably the RSD on a bigger scale, isn't it? Amazing. Yeah. Thanks for the messages. That's it for this week. What a wild ride.
Yeah, just saved me on councillor money.
I know, yeah, back with a bang. If you want to get in touch with us, you can visit our socials. We are on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, and it's ADHD Your Life Pod. And you can email us at adhdyourlife@gmail.com. Brilliant. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe and send any ADHD good, bad and ugly stories to adhdyourlife@gmail.com.